Jason, I'm looking at an article right now that says in the title that securities firm believes Switch 2 costs $400 to make. Nintendo will sell at a loss.
Hold on. If it costs 400 to make and they sell for 450, that's a loss. I guess they don't factor in like shipping and handling and retail
Exactly.
cuts.
I was confused about this too because I
Okay.
was like, well, it seems
All
like
right.
they're still making money, but when you
Yeah.
factor in
The
shipping,
overhead.
handling,
Right.
and the potential 10% tariffs that they may be impacted by, there's a potential they will be selling this at a loss, which is newsworthy and noteworthy because Nintendo, even if they aren't selling it at a loss, they're going to be making less money on the actual hardware than they did with the Switch or with the Wii U or with the Wii.
Does this mean they're not going to drop the price?
Jason, I don't think they're going to drop the price. I think it's about as low as it can get. And honest to God, I think like it was the games everyone kind of said. Maybe they're hoping
Yeah.
to make up for it a little bit there. But I think the general consensus on the hardware was like, kind of like, well, damn, okay, that seems like a fair price for that.
You
hardware.
just hit the nail on the head. Probably that's probably why Mario Kart's $80. Got to make it up.
Yeah, it's just like, well, this thing is 120 hertz and has HDR, and you're telling me it's like literally half the thickness of the Steam Deck, and it's stronger, and like this is stuff that I never would have expected. I'm hype. I'm hyped for the hardware because like we're stuck with this for like at least 5 years,
Yeah. And you think it's got to be good if it's going to be stuck.
and it's good.
Yeah.
I'm just so happy because like my requirements for the looks of games are not very high, but
Same.
they're higher generally speaking than what the Switch can do. And this is just like that really nice sweet spot for me in terms of power.
I mean, I'm not going to judge until it's in my hands, honestly. Like, I mean, we'll see if it feels underwhelming. Because before the Switch came out, people were saying, oh, it's going to be plenty powerful. It's
Right.
like as good as a PS4, and it really wasn't.
It wasn't. No, I didn't see people saying that when it was launching. People were saying it was going to be more like a little bit stronger than the PS3.
Yeah, I mean, better than a Wii U. That's what I heard.
Better than a Wii U.
Which
Yeah.
it probably was marginally.
Yeah, I think the last time that Nintendo sold a console for a period at a loss was maybe the GameCube.
Did they sell that at a... They were selling those for only $100 though, right?
Yeah, and it was after it had already been like they didn't at first. It was
Yeah, yeah.
later. And that's the thing that's so crazy to me. It's like this is not something I would have expected from a Nintendo that's on top.
Yeah.
When they're the kings, they don't do this kind of thing. And so I don't know who is pulling the strings in the company. And like this is all just based on conjecture. Like we don't actually know how much it costs per unit. But if that's true, they are absolutely selling it at a cost, like at a loss in Japan.
Sure. Well, I mean, yeah, with the lower priced one.
Yeah, in Japan, they're like, which is like kind of cool, honestly. Like just kind of like, like this is a Japanese country. Like we're releasing like this product. Like they know they're going to turn up for the games, basically.
So, all of this talk is about like chasing the PS2 hardware sales record, where they've already blown the PS2 out of the water is with software sales.
Yeah.
They have absolutely like mogged it in every conceivable way.
Yeah.
And maybe they just see that, like they think that like they make it up so much in the software that they're just like we can sell the hardware close to a break even,
like,
even at a loss.
They may have like played their hand a little too hard on the software price. Like I don't think they're going to drop the price of anything that's been announced, but I think at the very least that very strong reaction to the pricing, they're going to consider the price more moving forward.
They ain't gonna make it lower. They're gonna consider making it higher.
No. I don't think they're going to make it much higher. I think, honestly, I think that they're going to take the pricing of their games into slightly more consideration than they would have if people did not react this way to the price of Mario Kart.
I think the variations are gonna be between 60 and 80. The really big games are gonna be 80. The like whatever the rhythm havens will probably be like 60 still.
Yeah.
And
your Donkey Kong Bonanzas are going to be
70. Yeah.
I think
in
you're
between.
right. I agree with that.
That's what I see happening.
Now I think we'll get an occasional $50 game and an occasional $40 game.
Not from Nintendo themselves.
Yeah,
Sadly.
no, well, that's the thing. The pricing is going to be all over the place for third parties for sure.
Yeah.
I wonder how much Elden Ring's going to be.
Guess 70.
I'd hope not.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't buy it again.
I paid 60, I think, for my copy on Xbox Series X that's going to run better than the Switch version.
Yeah.
But it's that novelty. It's kind of like, I kind of want it on my Switch too, right? It looks kind of like ass, but we'll see what it actually looks like. I'll have to see what it actually looks like running on there.
The thought of having to play a game that big again is making me sick. Even if it is a great game, I just don't want to play through it again.
Yeah, you said as much the last time we talked about this. In our third parties discussion that actually was published yesterday, maybe. Or maybe the day before, I don't remember.
It'll be a while from now when this clip airs, so.
Possibly. Depending on the ordering. Or by accident, because we accidentally publish videos all the time. I don't know. What are we talking about again?
We're talking about them selling the system at a loss.
Right. Like close to a loss anyway. Closer than is typical for them. I think it's cool. I'm not sure exactly what it signals. I think it's a good thing for everybody though.
Sure.
Like I think that Nintendo will see positives from that as well as like us.
Yeah.
Because before I thought that they were kind of pre-pricing their system a little bit higher to kind of compensate for projected economic turmoil, but now I'm thinking that they were actually like really aggressive potentially with their pricing, like trying
downwards,
to as
downwards,
low, as low as possible down, which is really cool.
Sure. I mean, if this random report is to be believed,
I think it's pretty accurate just because this not this report specifically, but it links to Bloomberg, and Bloomberg's been pretty on the nose about things ever since they leaked the Switch. Basically,
it sounds like it's probably true. If I had to guess,
yeah,
I'd believe that it's being sold for a loss.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Bloomberg article now. They've updated their terms.
Ooh.
And they want me to pay, and I won't pay.
Wasn't the PS5 Pro like $900 or something? How much was that?
I don't know.
You don't remember that controversy? It just happened like last year.
Yeah, I had no idea. 900?
I think it was 900.
That's insane.
Well, that's what everybody was saying. But it's also the Pro version, so like nobody cares. It's 700. I don't know if it was 900, but it's 700
I think it was
now.
700, and I think that was making people upset, actually.
Was it 700?
Maybe they were charging $100 extra for the disk drive again. I don't know.
Oh, that totally is what it was. You are yeah, you're right. Because it doesn't come with a disk drive. You have to buy the external one. That's right.
Unreal.
Yeah. Okay.
I just can't believe like you have a disk-based system. Like I'm so tired of people saying basically like fuck you if you like physical games, because I always want physical. Who wouldn't?
Yeah. My copy of Elden Ring came with a ring. Come on, that's cool.
Yeah. That is cool.
Hey, yeah, I know. It's in the case. It even fits in the game case.
The One Ring.
Yeah. There it is.
People have been talking about Elden Ring on Switch, saying it's appropriately titled. Have you seen this?
Well, how so?
It's Elden Ring Tarnished Edition.
Why? Because it's like a shittier version? Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I do wonder if they're going to release the DLC, if Erdtree is going to come, or if it's just not. Maybe they're just waiting to see how Elden Ring does base game.
I can't imagine the DLC not being there. It has to be.
Well, it's not going to be there in the Tarnished Edition.
You don't think so? I still think it has to be.
No way. Let me look it up.
I mean, did they say?
They didn't say it was in there. Hold up. I think it does.
Why wouldn't
according to this, it says Tarnished Edition is an all-in-one version that includes the base game of Elden Ring as well as the major downloadable content Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. Dog, if it comes with the DLC, I might just be obligated to buy this. Plus, I want Dark Souls 2 to come.
You
Give me Dark Souls 2.
you played the DLC, right?
Yeah, I loved it. I liked it more than the base game.
More than the base game, really?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay. I mean, it's a much tighter package.
Yeah.
What do you think about them nerfing the final boss?
Oh, I don't give a shit.
Okay. I was not able to beat him before they nerfed it.
Yeah, I didn't even reach him until after they nerfed it because I was playing through it pretty slow. But
Oh.
I'm so over like bosses in these games. Basically, like Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Dark Souls, and Dark Souls 2, like the game, it's about the levels more. Like it's about like the stages, the enemies, the levels, and
Sure.
the boss is kind of like the cherry on top. And sometimes the boss is the big deal, like with Ornstein and Smo, Fume Knight. Like there are these Artorias. There are a lot of instances where the boss is the highlight, but you know it's the level design and the stages. And then Dark Souls 3, it kind of shifted
Yeah.
where like now this is just kind of a big hallway full of cool looking shit, and at the end you're rewarded with like what the game is actually about, which is bosses. And I think like Elden Ring leaned into that a disgusting amount, where it's just like it's just this big like who fucking cares about level design or anything like that?
I
Let's
don't
just
agree.
hyper focus on the boss fights, and
I think
you
there's
just,
some good levels in Elden Ring.
oh, I do too. I'm just saying like on like just a big zoomed out macro level, it's Elden Ring feels like a boss game. It's a game about fighting bosses. Like, and exploring the open world is a lot of fun. At least it is in Shadow of the Erdtree. I had a lot less fun exploring the world in the base game.
You know what they say about waiting for Nintendo? Everything just leads back to FromSoft.
Oh yeah.
Every topic, it's always FromSoft.
Let's talk about FromSoft some
It's
more. Yeah.
always.
But like, yeah, I mean, Elden Ring too. Like the back half, the back. Look at me talking about the back half of a From Software game. Those areas like they get a little less interesting towards the end.
You don't like the snow world?
I thought it was fine.
You don't
but,
like the lava town?
I think the Halig tree is really good.
Oh yeah, the tree. Yeah, the tree's a good
Um,
area.
You know what's sad? I thought that once I got inside the Erd tree that there was going to be more to do inside there instead of just the final boss. I was kind of hoping that you'd work your way up the Erd tree like the World Tree or something.
You're crazy. No. That was very like this is the end. This is the final boss energy going into that.
I just wanted, I don't know. It actually was my favorite boss of the whole game. Not Elden Beast, but Radagon was my favorite boss.
It's pretty good. It's a
He
good
was
fight.
great. But yeah, the world itself I really, really enjoyed in Erd Tree. And I felt like the way that they handled the fragments, I thought that that was kind of good incentive to look everywhere in the world too.
Those poor devs selling Elden Ring DLC at a loss with the tarnished edition.
Well, I don't think there's a price on the Tarnished Edition, is there?
I mean, it doesn't matter. The price won't be high enough. Poor
Okay,
starving
it's gonna be
indie devs.
$80.
So it was even more than I guessed. Wow.
Well, here's the thing: it's not just coming; it's eventually coming to all other platforms, and it's going to be 80 across the board.
I mean, that is technically less than retail for the game and DLC.
It is. It's $20 cheaper. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you're assuming everything, you know, you get the game brand new, which I guess digitally, you know, that's the way it has to be.
Yeah. What were your favorite areas in Elden Ring?
We're just talking about Elden Ring now.
Oh, I'm just curious because like you liked a lot of the levels. I guess that's the thing. Okay. The legacy dungeons, I guess you could say, are the levels. The space between them is the lands between, you could say, are kind of like whatever. You just run past everything.
What was the question again? My favorite like dungeons or my favorite?
Yeah, what was your favorite legacy dungeons in Elden Ring?
I am the worst with names. What's the name of the library place? That place was really good.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
The
but
boss
that
fight was against like the baby or something, right?
The baby, the lady that like.
I'm thinking of Bloodborne. No, yeah, you're right. It was like a lady. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that respecs like after the game.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That was a good one. That
That
dungeon's
was a
really
cool
good.
one. It was a castle. It was a very like cool magical castle.
Of
There's
course,
parts of it.
the main town is incredible. The fucking when you get up to the tree, like there's like a city.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
One of the best areas ever. Yeah.
That's well, it was just such. It's just such a surprise because you didn't expect them to go like all out, and they did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a game world within a game.
Yeah, yeah, that's so crazy. You see, that's why I think it's so crazy. First of all, I just kind of want to own, like, same with when this came to Dark Souls came to Switch. I just think it's cool owning games like that on a little cartridge.
Oh yeah, I mean it's got to be a fucking like key card.
Well, it doesn't have to be.
It seems like it would have to be to
Let
me.
me
I don't know. I mean, I guess you're right because cartridge technology could have what?
I think it is.
It's gotta be. Like, it's gotta be. That would just make sense. You know what area I disliked?
Let's hear it.
The, like, vortex towards the end of the game where you're, like, off the map.
Yeah, that place kind of sucks. It's like it's supposed to like look really cool, but it's not very fun to traverse. Yeah, what was it? Lost City or something? Whatever. The boss was all right.
I am the worst with names of all time. I don't know a fucking Limgrave. That's a name, right?
That's the first area in the game.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck anything's called in this game. What's the name of the super boss? Like Martika?
In the Hallow
Melissa?
Tree. Yeah, it's Marika, I think.
I never beat her.
No. It's Melania.
I never beat her. Yeah.
No, it's not. I don't know what the fuck her name is. Let me look it up.
Once the thing is I didn't even like try to beat her. I fought her one time and I'm like, oh, that's the gimmick? No thanks. And then I just didn't even try.
It's Millennia, Blade of Miquella.
Yeah. You ever beat her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't even try.
The thing is, though, like, I didn't realize until didn't do any of the ashes until later, and I had to use ashes to beat her.
Oh, okay. No, I was using
It's
ashes.
too fucking hard.
I was using ashes. I don't care.
Well, that's the thing too. Like if I'm replaying this game, I'm just gonna use the most overpowered ashes. I don't give a shit about like the bosses aren't it. It's not worth your time. Like they don't feel good, and like I hate that they move so unnaturally. Like the game was so afraid to give anyone who's put time into the other games any slight advantage. So you've got dudes like fucking hovering in the air, and like there's just pre-programmed responses to heals and stuff are really fucking annoying. Just like the physics and the timing, like everyone's like, like enough, right? Like, it's cool. Like, I don't care. Like, just have stuff be natural. Have the movements be natural, and like let the timing be natural again. Not a fan of the bosses.
Damn.
There were just a handful that I really liked. Radagon was one of them. The Snake Lady and Erdtree looked stupid, but the boss fight itself was really well designed, I thought. And the actual Snake Man in the DLC was really difficult, but I liked it more than I liked a lot of the base game bosses.
I really like the boss that's guarding the capital city, like on the horse.
Oh yeah, I loved fighting the Tree Sentinels.
Yeah.
My first time playing Elden Ring, I beat the Tree Sentinel with just my club.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I streamed it.
Cool.
I just decided, I was like, I know this isn't the smart thing, and I think it's really funny because like people have made videos about how it's like such beautiful design that like it tells you that you're supposed to go out and you know you can't beat this right now, but you do some exploring and you get stronger and you come back and then you can beat it. I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm beating it right now. I don't give a shit. And I did, and I liked that. With my club. I don't know what happened. I used to use so many more dex weapons when I first started playing these kind of games, and then I was just like, strength only. No magic, just let me just beat you with my giant sword or my giant axe or my giant club. Or hammer.
I'm putting a stop to this. Like and
Yeah,
subscribe.
this is
Shell
going
and
way too far.
Pedantic.
I was just about to say the same thing.